Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, non-binaries of all ages, welcome to the show. If you're here to learn character creation, you're in the wrong place because we're doing cat creation, which is character creation, but not the right way. It's with cats. Because this is how to make a literal cat in your favorite RPG, the podcast, where I am one of your hosts, and my name is Joel Holland.
And I am another one of your hosts. My name is Austin Irwin.
Yes, it is, I think. It's been a while since I double-checked on that, actually. Is it still Austin Irwin?
Tentatively, yeah.
Cool.
That's what it says on my driver's license.
That's what it says in my driver's license, too. Joel, not Austin.
Okay, that'd be a little weird this whole time. You're just lying to me.
Yeah. I've been Austin Irwin this entire time as well, actually. It's about time you found out.
Wow, that's incredible. What's it like having
Really
the coolest name? No, I'm kidding.
I wouldn't know.
Wow, ouch. Anyways, now that we've suffered emotional damage, Joel, what are we playing?
We are looking at a game called I Hunt. I Hunt is by Olivia Hill, who also wrote the I Hunt book series. It is about a world very much like our own, except with monsters in it. And I don't mean metaphorical monsters like in Scooby-Doo, where the real monsters were people all along. I mean a world with actual monsters. And in this world, you get to play as a broke millennial who learns about an app that's kind of like Uber and or DoorDash or, one of those kinds of deals. Except it's called iHunt. And you get paid to hunt monsters.
Nice. A lot of people out there in real life playing as a broke millennial too. Sorry, y'all.
Yeah, must be rough.
Yeah.
So that's the stats that I rolled as well, so too bad we can't get a redo on character creation for reality.
Yeah, true. I would definitely re-roll my stats, maybe min-max a bit more. All my stuff is kind of spread. Also, I think I literally just barely crossed the threshold. So I am not a broke millennial. I am a broke Gen Z. Those guys.
It's in that little gray zone for both of us.
Yeah,
I am usually considered a millennial, but I'm a year off from not being considered a millennial usually.
Mm-hmm. Oh, everybody at my job calls me Gen Z. They're like, "You're so small and young," and I'm like, "I'm taller than most of you." And man, I've seen some shit.
Then again, it doesn't really matter whether you're millennial or Gen Z, because if you're hearing it from Fox News, we're the exact same thing.
That's just true.
Anyone under the age of 40. Actually, it's even people over 40 now, because some millennials have hit their 40s.
Yeah.
Sorry to those of you who are listening to this. I know you don't want that reminder, especially since the rest of the world always makes you feel so young and naive, but it happens to the best of us eventually.
Yeah. Those sands of time keep on spilling,
Not for me. I'm not even in my 30s yet, but...
Me neither. And I never will be.
Oh, I need you to make it to your 30s, because I plan on doing this show until we die.
Well, I can do that. I'm just not gonna... Well, I'm just not... I just refuse to age past, I'm gonna say 27. I think 27 is gonna be the hard cutoff.
I turned 27 this year in, July, so...
Great, so you can stop aging too. Just, I'll get you in contact with my vampire homie, and we'll be good.
I'm not sure how I feel about the whole immortality thing.
Well, I mean, you don't have to be immortal. Surely some brave warrior is going to come kill you at some point.
Yeah, one who's going to get paid by this crowdfunding app here.
Yeah, this weird new thing on the streets called iHunt.
They might not even be brave. They might just be broke.
That's true. How much are they going to get paid to kill us, though? I wonder. First of all, how are they even going to... I mean, how do they even set up their profile? Probably figure that out.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm trying to remember, because it's been a very long time since I've read through this book. Oh, yeah. It's on page 29, I think. Yes, 29. Close enough. Technically, in the book, it's 23, but the PDF page is 29.
Gotcha.
So anyway, jobs have a rating, a photo, and the listing. Then they have messaging, the buttons, undo or cancel. You get the idea there. The pay. This is the important part on the next page. The base pay for completion. It's discretionary. The client can reduce pay by up to 25% without justification. If they score you 2 to 3 stars, you only get 50% of the base pay. If you get a 1-star review, you only bring home 10% of the base rate. The 25% pay cut is pretty common. So basically, it's a general rule of thumb. Whenever you see a job, take 75% of that. That is the absolute most you're going to bring home.
Interesting.
So if we are as bad as this werewolf in Cedar Hills in this example here, as vampires, we would be worth, one second, what's 75% of 5,000?
A good question.
I've got out my calculator. $3,750.
How much did you say? 3,750.
Yep.
That's not bad. Depends on the rating of the job. Yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, I don't think I would be a 4.5 star vampire. I'd probably be a 2-star at best. So you're probably looking at $1,000 bounty to hunt me, which means you're getting paid $750. Sorry, I just haven't been at it long enough to be any good at it.
Well, practice makes perfect, Joel. So, you just get out there, start slaying.
How's a man supposed to get any practice in if he's getting eye hunted, if he's getting posted as a bounty within like a week of turning into a vampire?
Well, you kill the people that come to hunt you down, Yeah. And then the more people that hunt you down taking L's, then
right. But here's the thing: it's the exact opposite of the Spike killing the Slayers situation in Buffy, right? Like, what was it he said? Like, all it takes for a vampire to win is one good day or something like that. I would need to have the one good day literally every day.
Well, maybe like once a week, right? No way hunters are coming after you every single day.
I guess, depending on how often your play sessions are, that's true.
True.
And anyway, so if you haven't figured it out yet, this is a horror game which is handled with jokes.
Yeah.
That's not just us doing this ad lib. Although no, we are doing this ad lib, but the game is supposed to be funny.
The game is supposed to be funny?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Like you read this, you read the synopsis, you read the stuff, you realize that there's little jokes and sarcasm and stuff hidden throughout the book. It's great. They did a good job on it.
Nice. Well, we'll have to get to reading, but first, I think there's something we're missing.
We should talk about the creation rules that the podcast has to follow.
Yeah.
Because, like we always say, and this is definitely not your first episode. I'm sorry. If this is your first episode, welcome. You're supposed to be here. It was fate that brought you here to us. But because this is your first episode, we will explain to you the situation. First off, we accept no cop-outs. We're making a cat. It's the exact animal that comes to mind when I say the word. No anthropomorphic races. No people turned into cats. Like, it's just a straight-up cat. No lions. No tigers. No cop-outs of any kind.
Absolutely not. Definitely, I've said this before. Definitely not bears. I don't know why people keep asking that. Not even close to a cat, my guy. What are you talking about? Rule number.
Probably one moment. It's this user, Dorothy Ann Oz, that keeps asking us that. I'm sorry. Bears are not related to lions or tigers. I don't know why you like. It's not even a good thing to say. They don't even all live in the forest together.
I don't think lions don't live in forest. According to the Lion King, they live on plains. Yeah. And according to Madagascar, they're on plains.
Yeah, well, both of them show them in kind of a plainer environment, actually, now that you mention it.
Talking about Plane plains. I guess that's the second Madagascar movie. But we're not talking about the second Madagascar movie. We're moving on to the second rule, which is we cannot use homebrew/house rules. If rules in the rule book don't explicitly allow something to happen, we count it as one of our rules broken. And if we come across rules as written versus rules as intended, we go with whichever one says no. We rarely ever come across that. It's kind of weird. It literally just depends on what the wording says.
Yeah, it's not a common thing, but we have to be prepared. Especially this time, because I don't think I've ever read any rule against you playing as a cat, except the only issue is you'd have to be a cat born in, what is it, the 70s through the 90s, and you have to be able to operate a phone. Both are things that we're going to have to deal with when we get to character creation. If the game includes stats for a literal cat, those must be used or adapted to the game's character sheets. I don't think that this game specifically has that. and I've still not seen anyone make a stat block for a cat in Fate.
Yeah, no.
This is a Fate game, by the way, so probably not going to come up here.
Yeah, no. Rule 4, the character class background playbook job has to exist in the game's core rules or as part of an official expansion. We already ruled out homebrew rules. Homebrew classes, same thing. Not real. Fiction. False.
Yep, exactly. Rule number 5, the cat can learn any skill available to its class, even if it's something that a cat could not normally be trained to do. Which, in this case, the cat has to be able to use a phone, because that's where you get the iHunt app. Cat always be on his damn phone.
Cats and their damn phones. Funny too. You know, when I am on my phone, my cat will sometimes walk up to me and try to see what I'm looking at. And, you know, almost every time he hits the screen with his nose and it works.
He wants to make sure you're not peeping his iHunt listings.
That's true. Taking his jobs away from him, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, rule 6. If a tool would be physically impossible for a literal cat to use, even if comically downsized for them, they cannot use it. I've listed so many rules at this point. Or rules? No. I've listed so many tools at this point. Kind of hard. So if you know any tools that a cat probably couldn't use, I'm going to recycle something like a hammer, especially a jackhammer, a saw probably. An Allen wrench? No way. No way a cat can use an Allen wrench. A phone, though, I think a cat could use it.
Well, we're going to have to make the cat phone, if nothing else.
Oh, yeah. That's gonna have to be this episode.
Yep. Because, like, we gotta have some way for cats to be able to use the iHunt app. And the character sheet has a section that is meant to be filled out in collaboration with the whole table. We leave it blank so potential players can make it fit the group they're playing with. Which, again, that's a thing that's come up. We've had a few games that we've had to throw out because there are not enough character creation. There's not enough character creation if you ignore the giant section of collaborative character creation that is done with the entire party.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Sad but true, you know. And games out there that have that, you know who you are.
Yeah. You're cool, don't get me wrong.
Yeah, you guys are fine.
We just can't do you on the show.
Yeah, so don't complain, you know, when we're popping off and you guys aren't featured.
Who knows? Maybe one day we'll have enough friends and time and resources to make a bonus feature that has us, like, you know, do that entire collaborative aspect as a table.
Now that would be fun. That, you know,
where we're all cats.
Everybody's just a little cat, you know.
Or would it be funnier if only one player was a cat?
Ooh, that's a good question. That's something we'll have to get into at a later date. But y'all can keep that in the back of your mind. Stew on that for a bit.
We've definitely mentioned that idea before, but...
Yeah. But we have not mentioned this last rule, which is Rule 8, keeping track of every rule that we break. Specifically, the game rule. Because, obviously, our rules are too sacred to be broken. But the game rules, sometimes, you know, they kind of have to be. We try our best not to.
Yeah, we really do. We work hard at it sometimes. Other times we don't. The Dark Eye episode, we just made a cat do magic, and we didn't even think anything past.
Yeah, no.
But
we saw that we could, and we didn't ask if we should. Yeah, it was just one of those moments.
It's okay. We have those moments every once in a while. Sometimes they lead to a combined total 3-hour recording session.
Oof.
Between 2 days. Other times they lead to crap. What do we name the cat that pilots the mech in Lancer?
That's a good question that I can get you the answer of here in 1 second.
Wasn't it like Kronos or something?
And
his mech was called Kitty Purry.
That sounds right. No, his mech was called... Wait, no. Kronos was the call sign. Yes, the mech is called Kitty Purry. The cat's name is Saturn, but their call sign was Kronos.
Because Saturn is the Roman name for Kronos. Okay.
Yep. God, we really popped off with that name. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, I'm still thinking one of these days I need to design the Kitty Purry mech as a 3D model figurine kind of deal.
God, that's our one of our merch items in the future. The Kitty Purry mech. Now, would we get into legal trouble with Katy Perry?
if we're really worried about it, we can just say that it's Saturn the Cat's mech
Yeah.
on the Ko-fi page, or the whatever storefront, or the. But we've clearly thought this through very well.
Yeah, this is something that we've definitely decided on.
Yep. Anyway, I think we've wasted enough time. Let's get to the game.
Okay.
Chapter 2, hashtag the people, characters, starts on page 32, aka 37 in the PDF.
Gotcha.
And it says that if we want to jump right into character creation, we can go straight to page 60, which is probably page 65 in the PDF.
Are we jumping right to it?
I mean, I don't see any reason not to.
Fair enough.
Is there anything you want to go over?
No.
All right. Well, let's get into this then. So, character creation, quick reference, basics. Consider who your character is. Think about where they come from, their name, whether they've already encountered the supernatural, and if they've hunted in the past. If they've hunted, are they part of one of the 4 kinks? Oh yeah, I guess we should go over real quick. Like, we read through this earlier, just a quick explanation of kinks. So this is a Fate game, as I've said before, except it has a little bit of a twist. They added something called edge dice to the game. Basically, it's my understanding that if your party has the upper hand, then you get the edge dice. And you roll the edge dice alongside your fudge dice like you do in a regular old Fate game. I don't know exactly what the edge dice does for you, but I have to assume it's a good thing. And your kinks are basically how you get the edge. They kind of look like the classes. So like you've got your Evilinas, they fight with knowledge and lore. Knights, they fight with martial skill and force. Fuis, they fight by exploiting systems and tech. And the 66 fights by mobilizing the people. And those are the 4 kinks.
Nice. I'm sure we'll get more into that later down the line.
I'm sure we will. We are told to think of a name right away this time. So, what kind of cat do we want to be?
That's a good question. Who do we want?
Like, obviously, we're going to have... I say obviously, it might not be obvious to you, but I'm thinking we're going to have a situation that's got to be similar to Sergei, aka Meow, right?
Yeah. Kind of a dual life situation.
It doesn't necessarily have to have a dual life, but it's a cat that's concerned about money.
Yeah.
Because if they weren't concerned about money, then they wouldn't need the iHunt app. They could just go monster hunting for the fun of it.
Yes. So what does this cat want? What are this cat's desires that involve money?
Do we think the money is for the cat?
Ooh, that is a good question.
I know with Sergei, aka Meow, they were doing it for their owner.
Yes. Owner got an extra check in the mail every so often. Didn't think anything of it, Just the monthly.
Something like that.
But trying to think what a cat could want. It's like, we've done something of a cat wants something for its owner. But what would a cat want for itself?
Real estate.
Okay. Is that your final answer?
No. Just I don't like whenever that question comes up, I think of the Charlie Brown Christmas special, and it's like Lucy explaining like how no one ever gets her what she really wants, and then she's asked, "What do you really want?" Real estate.
Funny enough, millennials would also answer the question with real estate.
I would love some real estate, like literally just a little house somewhere. That would be nice.
Just on the prairie,
Definitely not on the prairie. It needs to be near a place I can get good Wi-Fi, but...
Okay. Well, who's to say that you can't get good Wi-Fi on the prairie these days? I mean, it's 2023, Joel. Come on.
Austin, I live relatively in the middle of the nowhere now, and we pay $60 a month for 10 megabytes.
Yeah, ouch. Okay, never mind. I didn't realize it was still that bad out there. I grew up in the country. I'm living in the city right now. I'm paying $50 for like 500 down.
Here's the thing. We live literally 5 minutes, a 5-minute drive outside of Comcast's range.
And they just don't. Comcast won't sell to you?
Nope. We're not within the range for the Xfinity internet package.
Oof. Hey,
We could get satellite TV from them, probably.
oh,
Probably.
satellite TV you can get most places. Don't get satellite internet though.
Austin, I've got bad news for you about my internet.
Oh no! Listen, I had satellite internet growing up. If the skies are cloudy, good luck. Or storming.
We've got direct line of sight to the tower, so it's usually not bad unless they're going through maintenance or there's a problem up like the maintenance chain at the company that like provides us our internet. But we're getting off track.
Yeah.
Why does our cat want money?
Just addicted to catnip. Runs into stores. Not a great character motive. But, not all characters can be good. Some of them are bad.
Some just need to satisfy their vices.
True.
Maybe this cat needs to pay child support.
Ooh, that's a good one.
And feed their catnip addiction.
They got to do both, but they got to juggle it. Their findings out on the streets are only getting them so far. So what do? They turn to a third-party app to make that extra dough.
Maybe they got to pay their phone bills.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. You got to pay the phone bill somehow. You get a phone, You get the data packet. You get unlimited data on a phone. Oosh, you best believe.
Let's be real. This would be the funniest motivation for a cat ever. That a cat buys a phone to download iHunt specifically so they can pay their phone bill.
Yeah, like selling your computer to pay for your internet.
If he just got rid of the phone, he wouldn't need to monster hunt.
There you go. Maybe the cat saw a phone, bought it, or saw humans using phones, was like, that looks fun. Bought a phone, didn't realize, you got to pay for it. Every month you actually have to pay the phone off. They got him with one of those. Oh, this is a free phone type deal with a contract, and then first bill comes in. Cat's like, oh God, how am I going to pay for this?
It's a rough life out there for a single cat.
Yeah.
And I do mean that as in cat, not as in like slang for people.
Mm.
Do people even use cat as slang for people anymore?
No. Unless you're specifically using the term cool cats, which, let's be honest, when's the last time you heard somebody say, like, hey, what's up, you cool cats?
About 3 seconds ago.
Joel, I will stop my recording. Anyway, what's the motivation? What are we going with here?
I do think like you can make more money than you need to pay a phone bill using an app like iHunt.
Yeah.
Like one hunt, you've paid your phone bill. So if this cat's going out once a week or more, then they gotta have some other like money troubles, right?
Yeah.
So first off, how does a cat get money troubles?
This is gonna be the hardest part of character creation. I already know it. Is figuring out what the fuck we are doing. How does a cat get money trouble? Like, what if their owner started making them pay rent? Like, their owner joked about it. Cat took it too far. Was like, oh God, now I gotta figure out what I'm doing.
Maybe. Do they have an owner? Are they renting an apartment themselves somehow?
Yeah. Is there like a secret cat underbelly of the world? Hate to bring this up again, but similar to Warrior Cat.
Well, okay, so here's the thing. I forgot to buy it, so we can't really use it right now. But here's the thing. If you go to the Machine Age Productions page on itch, then there is an expansion called Cats of iHunts.
Okay, so we don't
have it, but it's a real thing. So it's about cats, kind of. Look, it's weird. It's our biggest zine, clocking in at a whopping 44 pages. The book includes The Cat People, a whole clade of new monsters, cat people, you've been warned. A catalog of cats, other monsters, fun takes on myths and legends about cats, and weirder stuff. Cat myth job generator, using cat-based mythology to generate random jobs for iHunt. Oh, okay, so there is a cat stat block. It's just behind a $5 paywall. Which, like, I'm not saying that to shame anyone. Y'all deserve to get paid $5 for a 44-page cat expansion.
Yeah. I'm surprised we didn't know about this sooner. I didn't know about this sooner. I don't know if you have known about this for longer.
I have known about iHunt since it first released. I have been looking for an opportunity to play it just about as long.
Hmm.
The only problem is I only have the core rulebook PDF. Oh my god, there's a new kink of iHunter. They're internet trolls who learned the errors of their ways and decided to use their powers for good.
God, trolling on the internet for Jesus, you know?
And then there's an entire mini game in here about the magical cats of San Gennaro. It's a microgame written by Kenneth Roundtree. Okay, so this is... I'm not sure this is going to help us, actually, now that I look at it. We've got enemy stat blocks for cats, but that's not necessarily going to help us, because enemies in Fate games don't work like characters in Fate games. They have their own aspects and stuff that's a little different.
Mm.
So I just want everyone to know that this exists, and if you play this game, you should definitely pick this up. It might help you justify to your game master, hey, I'm playing this character. Here's my logic. Hand them this zine.
Yeah, just be like, read this, you'll know everything. Trust.
So I'm not sure that that's going to help us necessarily, but I don't know. I do think it would be fun to have some kind of convoluted logic where a cat has somehow ended up in a situation where it has to pay rent for its own apartment and a phone bill.
I think that'd be fun too. The only problem is, how does the cat get there? Because this is how to make a literal cat in your favorite RPG. And now,
yes, how does the cat get into this situation in the first place?
Listen, they say, let's see. Okay, I looked up if a cat has ever been sued. Apparently.
Okay, I'm seeing a lot of cats winning lawsuits on your Google search.
I don't think cats have ever lost a lawsuit. Cats are taking W's.
I mean, imagine going to court against a cat and, like, you've already lost.
Yeah, if you sue a cat, I mean, come on. What does that? One, what does that say about you as a person? Two, like what Joel said, you've lost. Like,
you get sued by a cat. Like, that's even worse, I think.
Maybe, okay.
Like, some of the lawsuits here are definitely the cats or the cat's owners filing the suits.
Yeah.
Maybe we play as the one cat that's lost a lawsuit.
That's what I'm saying. So a couple of these, I think these are about the same story. Yeah, about this cat was like trespassing. Okay, so this cat was not. This cat got sued for trespassing, and the owner of said cat got a bunch of money from this case during a 3-year court battle.
Imagine having a 3-year court battle against a cat.
God, what are you doing with your life, man? Get a job. And you lose $125,000 for it because you lost to a cat. Anyways, I think it'd be funny if our cat was like trespassing somewhere, got sued, didn't have anybody to defend him. Obviously, the American justice system wants you an attorney to defend you. This attorney probably didn't do a good job.
No.
They had the CCTV footage. They're like, this is irrefutable evidence that this cat trespassed, maybe like on a fish restaurant, stole some fish, and they're like, you contaminated like our whole like bid of fish. We're suing.
And the lawyer's only legal defense was, come on, guys, seriously?
Yeah. Those are the only words that were spoken by the cat's attorney throughout the entire court case. So, does this cat have an owner, though? Like, would the owner be taken to court along with the cat?
I feel like if the cat is responsible for the damages, it has to be a stray.
Yeah, it's gotta be. Well, there you go. So, this cat, based on real life events, by the way, they say sometimes reality is stranger than fiction. And sure enough, man, one Google search has changed the way I will think about people forever, because wow, who would sue a cat? Okay, so we have our cat. Cat snuck in. Is this Do we want to go with the catnip storyline at all? Like,
not really.
Not really?
No,
okay.
That hits too close to, like, actual drug addiction, which is
Yeah,
not
real life
to,
problems.
Like, yeah. Let's not make light of people's situations.
Yeah, it's not a topic for this one.
Nah.
Okay, so we have a trespassing cat that got sued by some big wigs. Probably, honestly, I think the reason that they would sue this cat is for the publicity. You know, they say no publicity is bad publicity or something along. So I think that's why they would do it, because like you sue a cat, and you're like a company, your company's name is in the news for the next like.
For sure.
But what does that say about our cat, and what does that say about our cat's name?
Did the cat have a name before it went to court?
Ooh, yeah.
Or did it also get a court-assigned name?
That's a good question.
Well, you know what I think. When we have good questions like that, we go to our list of assigned names from the back of the Tales of Zadia book.
True.
Let's see. What's a name that the court would give to a cat?
Honestly, hear me out. I think this is the only time we're going to be able to get this name off the list. It's Beth.
Okay, so that probably means our cat is a girl. That's fine. We're good locking that down right away, I guess.
That's fine by me. If you want to go with another name, because there are other names I feel like a court would appoint a cat on this list specifically. Like, so we got Beth, we got Shirley.
I think you're right. I don't think there's gonna be another situation where we just so easily get Beth off the list.
Yeah. I mean,
like, that is the most court-assigned cat name I can think of.
Right. It'd be better than calling her, like, Miss Whiskers. Do you think they would assign Beth a last name? And possibly a social security number?
I feel like if she's gonna be in debt, they had to assign her a social security number.
Yeah. There's lots of things you gotta track there.
If not social security, then some kind of, like, legal filing status. Like, she's basically a documented citizen at this point. If only because she's in debt for entering the wrong restaurant. But a last name, I don't know about that.
I don't think a last name. Because, like, once they put a collar on Beth, like, that's it. They know. You know, they probably took a mugshot of her.
Yeah, poor Beth.
Poor Beth. So she's going through it.
Like, Beth has probably one of the more tragic backstories we've ever come up with.
That's true. I mean,
all because we needed some logic for why a cat needed to be able to, like, needed to use an app to pay the bills.
Yeah, like, we had to come up with bills somehow.
Anyway, so we've got where they came from, sort of. Their name. We got where their name came from. Have they already encountered the supernatural?
Ooh, I got it. There was a supernatural being in this fish restaurant. Beth went in to scope it out. Because they were making a ruckus, you know? Maybe Beth has sat outside this fish restaurant for like her whole life, just for like the scraps outside.
Right.
So, bunch of noise coming in there late at night. Beth thinks, oh, boom, I got this. This is my chance to be the hero. Okay? Beth goes in, the place already decimated, sees a monster just in there, you know, having a field day. Beth goes around, you know, chases it out, you know, all this fun stuff. Gets it out of there. It's like, yes, this is it. You know, this is my hero moment. Somebody comes in.
Maybe it was the ghost of a vengeful fish or something. I'm trying to think of something that wouldn't get caught on security cameras.
It's gotta be a ghost, right? So yeah, maybe
I'm serious about the vengeful fish ghost.
I think the vengeful fish ghost works. So the ghost of a vengeful fish just tearing the store up. Beth comes in, boom bop beep, fucking swoops in, saves the day, then gets found, but instead of being recognized as a hero, Beth's life just takes a turn for the worse. I've realized now that I've made this backstory even more tragic, but it gives reason to why Beth is like, that fish ghost ruined my life. I'm hunting monsters to pay back my debt.
Sounds good. I don't think that they would be part of one of these kinks as described here. At least not right away. If we have to give them one of these kinks, like the expansions have more kinks. We don't have the expansions. I think Knight would make the most sense, but maybe a Fui, because hear me out, they know how to use their phone.
True.
So maybe that's not all they know how to do with it.
Sorry, I'm writing down this backstory in the description box.
Understandable. Let's see. So character creation comes with like we've been looking at the quick reference page. The next page is where we actually start. So I'm gonna read this off while you're typing that. You need to come up with 4 specific aspects. Liv talked about high concept and drama already, but to reiterate, high concept is a simple description of who your character is. It's like if you're telling a friend about your favorite character in a TV show, how you sum them up. Professional sumo wrestler with a heart of gold is a high concept. I don't know if that's an eye hunter concept, but hey, you never know. My high concept is foul mouth fourth wall breaker. Wait, what? Okay, I just realized that the crayon drawing font for character creation is an actual font, and you can select it.
Oh, nice.
Good job with that. All right. Anyway, drama is the stuff that gets in your way. It's the crap that keeps coming up. God damn it, my drama is withholding funds for 48 to 72 hours. So many of my problems are based around the stupid bullshit that financial institutions and bureaucracy use to fuck with me on a regular basis. We get 6 aspects: high concept, drama, vision board, day job, and then we come up with 2 others after that.
Okay.
But yeah, high concept, basic premise of our character. We've kind of got that out of the way.
Yeah.
Down on her luck cat, I think, is the high concept here.
Mm-hmm. Drama. I think we know the drama too, right?
We have the drama. Yeah, it's like it's all has to do with the publicity of the court case or the bills associated with it now.
Yeah. Okay. Do you want to mark
that?
Do you want to mark that one off, or do you want to make it like you want to solidify it differently?
Are you writing this stuff down? Because we've got our high concept, right?
Oh, I didn't realize there was extra spaces for it.
Yeah, no, we gotta actually fill this stuff in on the sheet.
Gotcha. Okay. Drama.
That damn court case.
Okay. All right. Vision board.
I think that's a great way to sum that up.
Oh, for sure.
A non-essential thing our character struggles to achieve. Verbal communication?
Yeah.
Doesn't speak human. Probably part of why it lost the court case. Although I don't know if saying it was the fish ghost would have really helped her in court.
Yeah, no. That, ghost stories never really hold up in court. I know from experience.
But
if
that was her sworn testimony, and her lawyer used the fact that most of the damage was done before the cat was ever seen on camera, she could have gotten off.
She could have.
But she's a cat, so she couldn't talk.
Yeah. I like the clarification of verbal communication. There are many other ways to communicate. So
with a cat.
With a cat, yeah. True.
And people.
Yeah.
Plenty of people nonverbal.
I was mostly thinking other ways, people communicate non-verbally, but yeah. Cats too. My cat, however, is incredibly verbal.
I mean, yeah, but what words do they say? Do they speak your language?
I genuinely think that my cat has learned the word hello. There have been many a days where I'll come home from work and he'll just be sitting there at the door waiting for me. I open up the door, I'm like, hi, Genj, and he'll meow in the specific, two-tone cadence of, hello, It's really weird, but I feel like he's picked up on that.
That could be.
Now, does the word actually get produced? No. It's just the two-tone cadence. But it's still technically, very tech.
That's okay. But yeah, our third aspect is the vision board. It's the thing your character is always striving for. Wait a minute. This might not be a good... I'm reading the vision board thing beyond just the quick reading thing.
Yeah.
It's the thing your character are always striving for, their best argument for getting out of bed every day. This shouldn't be a complete necessity because sometimes you won't get it. Okay, so it's something, some luxury the cat wants. Not necessarily or maybe not even a luxury, it's just something that that like they can live without, but they'd really like to not have to.
Gotcha. First one that comes to mind for me, freedom. Just like, hey, I wake up, I get these job hunts done. I can go back to being a free cat, no longer down on my luck. No court cases to hold me down. No debt.
That's not bad. I think it's kind of like it's a little abstract, which I don't think is a bad thing. I'm also not sure it's a thing that'll ever be achievable.
Yeah.
I think it has to be something that, like, aside from this court case is why I have to pay bills. Like, if I can meet my monthly, like, minimum payment, though, and I still have money left over, then I can do this.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Maybe she's staying with her lawyer and he provides dry food, but if she has leftover money, she can go get herself wet food.
A good one. Yeah, just like the
simple pleasures.
Yeah, simple pleasures. Okay, I like that. Wet food. This next one might be a
day job.
Yeah.
Well, not necessarily. If our cat was undocumented before the court case, then her job was stray cat.
True. But is that still her day job, though? If she's living with her attorney or lawyer? What's the difference between an attorney and a lawyer?
I don't think there is one, technically. They're kind of the same. I don't know that the words are perfectly interchangeable, but...
I guess you're a lawyer if you are formally educated in the field of law but have not yet passed the bar exam. If you have graduated from law school, passed the bar exam, and are a member of the state bar association in the state where you are licensed to practice law, you're an attorney. So yeah, not much difference. Just some paperwork.
Huh. Okay, knowing that, I can't...
Knowing that, it doesn't help us at all. I'm sorry.
No, I've been watching this TV show called Suits a lot lately. And, like, the whole premise is that the main character passed the bar, but is not a licensed lawyer.
Interesting.
So, like, he's practicing law without a license, but it sounds like that's not as illegal as the show makes it sound.
Yeah, no. I think as long as you have documentation that you passed law school, you're Gucci.
Oh, he didn't pass law school. He just passed the bar, which is a different thing.
Yeah, okay. So guess technically it'd be illegal, but if you pass the bar, I mean, come on. It's like one of the hardest things to pass.
Right? Anyway. That's completely off topic. So I don't know. Is the cat working as a paralegal or something?
God, yes, the cat is working as a paralegal. God, no further questions, Your Honor. That's it. That's the day job. I don't even know what a paralegal does. It doesn't fucking matter.
Me neither. Okay, and here's the important thing. The quick reference guide says the real job your character works or doesn't work when not hunting. So they don't even have to be good at it or show up to work. They just have to have the official job title.
That's perfect, because I don't think paralegals are actually real anyways. If you're a paralegal and you're listening to this, send me a description of what you do, because what the...
You actually get 2 more aspects, but don't pick them yet. They come up in play. We can ignore that then.
Sweet.
We only got 4 aspects, not assets. Alright, so what is the next part of character creation? Skill sets and stunts. Skill sets. You get an array of skill sets. You get 1 skill at +4, 2 skills at +3, 3 at +2, and 4 at +1. So how do we decide what those are? Let's look and see if we can find that. Monsters, reveal, finale, recap. Okay, nope, that's chapter 3. Okay, so earlier in the chapter, they kind of explain the stuff. So, like, page 42 in the book, 47 on the PDF, what is your kink, or how to use this section? A couple of things to get out of the way first. This is in bullet points because we like bullet points. Your kink is a formalized way to describe how you get an edge on monsters when hunting. It's nothing innate necessarily. Being a knight doesn't mean you never do anything like an Evelina. Starting out in the 66 doesn't mean you won't someday call yourself a Fooey. These groups are not organized. Not by iHunt, not by hunters. Nobody. They aren't teams, they're not clubs, they're descriptions.
Did look at the table of contents, and if we're picking our skill set.
Did it tell you what page to go to?
Yeah, skill set says it's on page 94, aka 99 in the PDF. The skill set list on page 96. We have academic, assassin, athlete, fighter, grifter, guerrilla, hacker, influencer, investigator, maker, medic, occultist, organizer, professional, socialite, social worker, spy, and survivor.
Looks like everyone can create advantage.
Yeah.
But why is it the assassin is the only one who can't overcome?
It's weird. I have no idea. I don't even know what overcome means.
Me either. But I'm sure we can... Wait, no, it's just the basic fate moves. Go up back to page 90, what is it, 4? Yeah. Overcome an obstacle, create an advantage, attack, or defend. Those are your basic fate moves.
Neat.
So
we get to pick 1 plus 4 skill, 2 plus 3 skills, 3 plus 2 skills, and 4 plus 1.
I believe so, yes. 1 second. 1 skill at plus 4, 2 skills at plus 3, 3 skills at plus 2. Yep, that's right.
Oh, the character sheet has them tabbed with how many you start out with.
Oh, that's convenient.
Yeah. So here's a question. What do we want our skills to be? And do we want to go through the description of them? Or do we want to just pick based off like the skills name?
Well, let's see. The skills they all have a little bit more depth to them than just like there's actually stuff to this.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like these are where your stunts are derived from.
Yeah, okay. So, just looking through the list, I think okay, I know we've not gotten to this point yet, but between the 2 kinks we've discussed, which one do we think our cat is more likely to fall under? Because that, I think, will help us guide which skills we take.
True.
Are they going to be more of a knight or more of a fooey? Because knights are fighters, fooeys are tech wizards. Not like the Neoscum tech wizard. That guy's an actual wizard.
Gotcha.
It would be more like the Z's of Neoscum.
Gotcha.
Except without all the high-tech, futuristic cyborg gear, because this takes place in whatever year this is.
Yeah, you could say it takes place in 23. Why not?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, no augmentations or magic spells. So,
well, maybe a little of magic, but that would be the Evelinas that do that, not the other, not the ones that we're looking at.
Fair. I do think it'd be funny to be a Fooey specifically because the first line under Fooeys is you use tool because that's what separates us from the animals, right?
Okay. I think being a Fooey would explain how our cat is able to use a phone.
Yes. Also, I've just thought of this. So does our cat have the phone, or is our cat using their attorney's phone?
Probably using their attorney's phone, let's be real. But I think the fact that they're using it is the important thing here.
Yeah.
It may mean that's not the only technology they know how to do. Or, more importantly, it's not the only thing they can do on his phone.
Exactly. Okay. How do you spell Fooey?
1 second. I'm going to Google paralegal real quick, because it could be that... I know you want someone to at you about this.
If they don't, I'm not going to be upset about it.
What is the main role of a paralegal? The paralegal assists with case planning, development, and management. Legal research, interviews clients, gathers facts, They're an investigator, basically, on behalf of their attorneys.
Okay,
what it looks like.
I typed in paralegal. Literally the first thing that pops up.
Hey, what do you know? I did the exact same search and got the exact same thing.
Yeah, the paralegals use technology and computer software. So, this works right up.
So, what I'm thinking is that helps us decide, like, what is this cat's skill set, possibly, when fighting monsters? Because if they're good with the computer and the books, then it could be that they're good with it for more than just legal assistance.
Hacker, perhaps?
I don't know about hacker. That would require some really fine-tuned control of the keyboard.
Yeah, true. Investigator, perhaps.
Investigator would be a good one.
Yeah. So, let's see. What are some other ones? I'm thinking specifically for +4s right now.
Let's see. Maybe spy for play.
Yeah.
Let's look at spy real quick.
I was also
Because
thinking.
that would be like best of both worlds, hunter and investigator.
I also want to see what social worker, just because.
That's advocate, counselor,
Okay, never
therapist. You
mind.
know, like a social worker in real life.
Never heard of them. Kidding, obviously.
Really?
Kidding.
Okay. Okay.
I just didn't know if it was if the confines of it were different in the game. But okay, spy or an agent, an operative, an informer. Spy skill set is about secrecy and the mobility of people and information, about going unnoticed, and about the craft of information security. Okay, so is this cat keeping it a secret? That is Beth keeping a secret that she's using her attorney's phone, or is the attorney just like not care?
Now that I don't know. Actually, let's talk about that real quick. Did the attorney hire the cat on as a paralegal, intending to pay the cat a wage that would then get handed off to the courts? Because that's basically just money out of a public defender's pocket, and they don't have a lot of that.
Yeah.
I think it's far more likely that if this public defender is going to be a constant character in this cat's life, they hired her as a paralegal as pretense, as legal cover.
Yeah. Okay.
Which means, yes, they are totally aware the cat is paying its bills via iHunt.
Okay.
It could even be that, like, the cat obviously couldn't speak in court on its own behalf. But if it can use a computer, it can communicate that way, even if it takes a while.
Yeah.
So I think it's possible that over time, the lawyer got the real story out of the cat, realized, wait a minute, you can use a computer? What the heck? And then showed it iHunt. Who knows? Maybe the attorney also is an iHunt user because like we said, public defenders do not get paid well.
Not only does he defend the public in the courtroom, but he defends the public in the street from monsters.
Perhaps.
So, what would that make our +4 then? Because I think the most obvious one would be investigator.
I like investigator for +4.
Okay.
I think that's a good +4.
Okay.
Now, I do think, looking at this list, survivor I think should be either a +3 or a +2. Because this cat was a stray for a very long time before it was a paralegal.
Yeah, I think survivor's got to be a +3. Because, like you said, been a stray, like living on her own, and one of the first lines for survivors. Survivors have dealt with some real heavy shit, and they're alive to face another day, and another day, and another day. So I think survivor works good +.
Yeah. So we've got survivor, investigator. I know I shot down hacker earlier, but it might work as a +1.
Okay, I could see it.
Like, it's not something the cat's necessarily good at, but like they can if they have to.
Yeah, which would make sense why they're not good at it. Like, they're tech savvy, but not all tech savvy people know what's going on in that code.
I definitely don't.
Oh, don't you code?
I know how to do Unreal Blueprint, okay?
Oh, fair enough. No JavaScript?
No JavaScript. I look, I've got a lesson plan that's supposed to teach me C++. I have been intending to start it for like the past 3 weeks. Who knows? This could be the week.
Today's the day. Okay, so hacker is one of our +1s. We have one more +3, 3 more +2s, and 3 more +1.
Okay. How do you feel about spy?
Spy.
Like I know we looked at spy earlier, but we shot it down for a +4. But I think the skill set makes sense in the context of this cat is an investigator, and not only is it an investigator, it is informing on its investigations to the attorney, right?
Yeah. I like that. I feel like that could be our first +2.
Okay.
Because I don't know. We can always move it later if we want to. But I'm gonna put it in +2 for now.
Sounds good. I feel like we have to have academic on there somewhere.
I was just
maybe
thinking.
as a +1 because the cat has to be able to read to use the computer.
Yeah.
It's almost a requirement.
I agree. Academic as a +1 makes a lot of sense. I was also thinking. I was like, we gotta put that somewhere. What does it make? You're a crafter, builder, engineer. Okay, never mind.
Let's see. We might also have to pick some skills that are like, some of the more combat focused ones.
Yeah.
Because if you're going to be eye hunting, you want to be able to hunt.
Assassin could be a good one.
Let's see. Assassin is you're a killer, a hitter, a wet worker. You're an assassin. So we think this cat does a lot of murder.
I think this cat would want to do murder.
Perhaps. The assassin skill set is all about one-way violence. It's not a fighting skill. It's a skill set for taking out an opponent quickly and efficiently.
Maybe not.
It's for snipers, poisoners, characters that take down their targets with shock and awe tactics. Unrestrained use of excessive force. If there's two-way fighting going on, it's no longer a matter of assassination.
Understandable. I feel like a cat can't use tools, so maybe not assassin. Fighter may be our better option.
I feel like our cat would try to be an assassin, but if their opponent is even 1 inch bigger than them, anything will turn into a fight.
Yeah.
Because like you said, the type of tools that cat can use in the field, very limited.
Would you want to make assassin a +1, and then we could do fighter as like a +2 or 3?
Yeah, let's do fighter +2 and then assassin +1.
Okay.
Let's see. And or maybe 1 second. I see gorilla on here. I think I know what that is. You're a strategist, an insurrectionist, an urban. Okay, so this is more about making plans.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking, guerrilla tactics, ambushes.
See, I thought the same thing, and then I read that first tagline. I was like, oh wait.
Maybe not. Let's see. What do we have left? 1 +2 and a 1 +3.
A +2, a +3, and a +1.
Oh, okay. Let's see then. Grifter. I feel like a cat, given the opportunity, would be a grifter.
Yeah.
A grifter is a musician and their instrument is other people. You know exactly what to say to make people do things they might not otherwise do. Do we actually have to say, or can we just, like, meow loudly until we get our way?
That's a good question. I feel like grifter would be a good +1. Because, most people seeing a cat, they let their guard down. I was looking at something for a possible +2, and that is, I think, professional.
Professional. That is, you're an expert, a trade person, a specialist. Professional doesn't need to reinvent the wheel. They know how the wheel is built and can rebuild it because they built it 100 times before. When choosing the professional skill set, you have to determine what profession it covers. So, obviously, paralegal.
Yeah.
This cat, using its technical skills that it somehow already had as a stray. We don't need to dive too deep into that.
Yeah. I really just like work buddies stunt, which is people in your field that you can call on when spending a fate point into the story detail, or when spending a fate point to add story detail, you can create a character whole cloth who has an inherent tie to your work history and OC. So I'm thinking this would be a good as like our last +2, maybe.
Okay, that sounds good.
Because I'm just imagining this cat having like basically like a life alert button that they slam down that calls the attorney to their location.
Okay, so we've got just the +3 left, right?
Yeah.
What about athlete? The athlete skill represents physical acumen, skill, potential. This is what the ideal human body looks like. You may not like it, but a cat is what peak performance is. Athlete is the skill for impressive running, jumping, climbing, crawling, falling, and whatever other physical feeds an eye hunt. Physical feeds?
Yeah, it does say feeds. Did they mean to type feats?
I'm guessing that's supposed to say feats.
Or is it supposed to say feeds as like, haha, get it, like Twitter feed?
I genuinely do not know. I feel like it's a typo, but I can't be sure.
Yeah.
This is just the most up-to-date version of the PDF that I could get off itch.
Regardless, I think athlete is a good +3.
Yeah, cats can do some impressive physical stunts.
That's true. All right. You want to go with that?
Yeah, let's go with that.
Good old athlete.
I feel like that's the same skill set we gave Sergey, aka Meow, except he was not also a spy.
Yeah. I don't know. They kind of boxed us in here, though. There's 18 skills, and you're told to choose 10 of them. So,
well, to be fair, this does have a lot of expansions,
Oh, yeah.
which I think each add their own thing to it. One second. I can find out real quick exactly how many expansions there are to iHunt just in the zines. So far there's been 4 entire seasons of zines. How many zines exactly was that? That's 30, I think.
30?
30.
That is so many.
It sure is.
Are these all official expansions?
All by Machine Age. Machine Age is the company that Olivia Hill published this under. So yes, like these are all official.
Dang. Okay. Yeah, that's a lot.
It really is. There's a lot of them. Most of them are pretty short. Like they're all like $5, I think.
Mm-hmm.
They're all short. They're all relatively cheap. But getting all of them individually and not in like the complete packs is like it would be a lot of money to get them all just at once.
Mm-hmm.
But again, like it's good stuff. Like they're short, they're cheap. You can get whatever little thing you think will help you do better at your game. If I was to play this specific character, I would want that cat expansion.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm sure they have like really specific what's it called? Like really specific details for each of them, which is nice.
Like I'm just gonna grab one here at random. Fumble, effing monsters in the gig economy. Welcome to iHunt Season 5, tentatively called You Can't Spell Happy Without App. It's about some of the other apps in the iHunt universe. This one is Fumble, which is a dating app for people looking to hook up with monsters, and monsters looking for a cheap bite. Anyway, that was just me like doing a like fast mouse movement over the page and then clicking at random and grabbing one.
Nice.
Because there are 30 of them.
Yeah, that's a lot to randomly land on.
Anyway, where were we? We just finished picking our skill sets.
Yes, sir.
So now we need our stunts, our starting stunts. You get 2 stunts of your choice. Make your own or pick from the lists in Chapter 4. Chapter 4 is where we just were, right? Stunts. But yeah, like, the other thing is, like, skill sets and stunts. The skill sets are, like, yes, there are some provided here, but you also have rules in here that tell you how to make your own skills and make your own stunts to go along with them.
Yeah.
And, like, that's pretty standard Fate fare. Like, you have the ability in basically any Fate game to make up your own skills and stunts if it helps you, you know, fill out the character. Especially, like you said, with this book, they give you 18 to start with. You have to pick 10 of them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you chose every single stunt for a max level character, I don't think you would have enough to fill out the entire character sheet.
Yeah, no.
So that's all fine. Like I said, 30 zines full of examples on how to expand the existing list. And that doesn't even include the fact that you can just make your own.
Infinite stunts.
What are our good stats again? The +4s and +3s? Because that's probably where we want our stunts, right?
Yeah, so our +4 is Investigator, and our 2 +3s are Survivor and Athlete.
Okay, Investigator. Let's see. I for Entropy. You are great at pointing out weak points. When you create an advantage pointing out a weakness, it gets an additional free invoke that can only be used for attacks. Debunker. You are quick to cut through bullshit. Any investigator actions to debunk or confirm a fraud or conspiracy get +2. This is also called moldering. Nice little X-Files reference there. Elementary. You are adept at announcing what appears to be outlandish details about a mystery and then making them true. Whenever you spend a fate point to declare a story detail, you can also create an aspect with a free invoke that can only be used for investigator actions. I like Elementary, but I don't know how a cat would pull that off.
Yeah, I was just thinking the same thing.
Debunker, though, as a paralegal...
That's pretty good.
Like, you gotta be able to do research on a case fast if you're a public defender's paralegal.
Uh-huh.
Most public defenders don't even get paralegals.
This one just got lucky.
Well, he lost a court case and got a paralegal.
Honestly, that's a win. You know, a win is a win.
Yeah, for him, probably. For Beth, not so much.
Yeah, no. I like Debunker.
Alright, let's see, we also had athlete, and what was the other plus 3?
Survivor.
Survivor. Okay. So athlete stunts the flow. You're a master of parkour. Once you get started, nothing stops you. After the first parkour or movement-based athlete action in a scene, all others get plus 2.
Hmm.
Dodgy motherfucker. You can't be touched unless you want it. Anytime you use athlete to dodge an attack, take plus 2. You know, a cat would probably appreciate that skill.
Yep.
Run 'em ragged. When they start you up, you never stop. Anytime you best another character in a chase, whether you're trying to overcome or providing passive opposition, you give them a situational exhausted condition. No walls, no masters. You can move freely through an additional zone per conflict exchange. Any rules to overcome obstacles between physical zones get plus 2. A lot of good options there for our cat.
Yeah. A lot of things that are very usable.
Mm-hmm. Let's check Survivor, and then we can make a decision. Shake it off. Once per session, you can spend a fate point to shake off a mental consequence. You can reduce a moderate consequence to a mild one if you have a mild slot available, or you can remove a mild consequence entirely. Ignore the pain. You can ignore that which would hurt you. You can use Survivor to defend against physical stress as well as mental. Numb. Monsters affect minds and hearts based on how they expect a person's mind and heart to work. You're broken. Normally, that's a hindrance, but against monsters' mind and emotion influencing abilities, you can defend with Survivor or take plus 2 if you could already use Survivor. So, honestly, I'm not. A lot of these sound like mental Survivor things.
Yeah.
Which is, like, that makes sense for the context of the game, but, like, our definition of survival comes from Street Cat.
Yeah. Kind of, a little bit different.
I think if we were to pull stunts from the Survivor aspect, we should make our own, which is a bit beyond the scope of this podcast.
Yeah.
So with that in mind, you want to take one from Investigator and one from Athlete?
I think those would probably be our best bets, yeah.
All right. Let's see. Investigator.
Think
What was the one that we liked here?
Debunker.
Right?
Yeah.
All right.
Then...
and then for Athlete.
Athlete has a lot of good ones.
Mm-hmm. The flow would work, but I don't think it's quite as fun.
Yeah.
Run 'em ragged. Cats don't have as much physical endurance as humans do.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not sure about that one. But No Walls, No Master and Dodgy Motherfucker, those both sound great.
Yeah, I really like Dodgy Motherfucker especially. I'm sure No Walls, No Masters is good, but as someone who has not played this game, I don't know how much that would come up. You can move freely through an additional zone per conflict exchange. Yeah, I don't know what the last 5 words of that mean in the context of the game.
I'm guessing it's kind of like how obviously this is I say obviously, I don't know. Maybe our listener has never heard of a Fate game before. Maybe they skipped the Kaiju Incorporated episode and this is their introduction to Fate.
Yeah.
But Fate is a very it's not one that you play with physical pieces and stuff necessarily, aside from Fate tokens. You don't have a big board with a grid and stuff necessarily. But imagine for a moment you did. I think Conflict Zone, I'd have to look this up to confirm, but I'm going to guess. In fact, I'm going to do that right now. But I imagine if you're familiar with D&D or some of the more crunchy tabletop games that actually use a grid on the tabletop or have the option to, I think it's kind of like that.
Gotcha.
One space on your board
is a zone. Gotcha.
Let's see. Chapter 8, The Flow. I'll go over zones, stress, consequences, how characters die, all that shit. Cool. Let's find where it talks about zones. Zones. In a complex conflict, especially one with numerous actors, you should consider breaking up the scene into zones. Zones are a conceptual space that separate characters and keep them from directly affecting each other. Usually this means physical space. So yeah, basically exactly what I said.
Yeah. I like Dodgy Motherfucker, I think, more than No Walls, No Masters.
Even knowing exactly what it means, I like that one more too.
Yeah. What's the name? I mean, come on.
Yeah. It's a good name. It's got a cuss in it. You can't beat that.
Yeah, true. We're in the middle of a word. We've picked 2 regular old skills.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Or stunts, rather. You get 2 stunts of your choice. Make your own or pick from the list in chapter 4. Okay. Kink stunt. If you choose a kink, you get the first kink stunt from the kink list for free. You can only take that one. This is the only way to have a kink stunt play start. So go see what Fui's got.
Okay, let's see. Fui is up here. Where's Fui?
Fui is
Fui Cache.
58.
Alright. Hackers reference. Hackers do shit with computers, hack the planet or some shit, right? With this stunt, so long as the edge hasn't already been established. So this is what we'd get, is the hackers reference.
Okay.
Or, wait, is it? Yeah, no, this is it.
Where did they list 3? But it says we only get the first one, so...
Yeah.
Hackers reference.
I think that's how that works.
I think so. Let me double check. You get the first kink stunt from the kink list for free. I think that one. It's weird because they didn't specifically say, like, this is the kink list.
1 second. I wonder I know that's... I'm wondering if there's somewhere else that it might be.
That's what I'm thinking, too.
Well, if this is wrong, and one of the developers hears this episode, feel free to @ me. I'll correct the character sheet in post.
Okay, so I think we have it, but like you said, if not, somebody that made this game @ us.
Or like someone who just knows it better than me.
Yeah, fair enough.
Like I said, I've wanted to like run this game since I've known about it, and I've known about it basically since it came out. But I've not had the chance, and because I haven't had the chance, I've had no reason to get to know the book any better than my initial read-through, which was, I think, 3 years ago.
Oh, wow. Well, if we're moving on from that, we are now at additional stunts, which says you can take up to 5 additional stunts at character creation for 1 refresh each.
Refresh is... 1 second. I need a refresher on what that means. It's a fate thing. I know that. It
sounds like level to me. That is at a cursory glance, though. So.
Refresh. Every character has a refresh trait, a number which determines starting fate points. This resets between play sessions. Characters start with a base refresh of 5. You can spend refresh to buy additional stunts during character creation, but you cannot start with less than 1 refresh. So we don't have to do that. But it is good to know that we have 5 refresh points. So, like you said, we could buy up to 4 more stunts if we really wanted to.
Yeah.
But do we want to?
That's a good question. I feel like these ones are kind of hard because I always kind of want to leave it up to people who play this game.
Yeah. Like, I feel like we should leave that one alone. Specifically because I feel like getting any more in depth than this, you don't want a party that has too much overlap in skills. And if we choose all the skills for this character, that really limits what everyone else is allowed to pick.
Yeah.
So I say we leave that alone. You just know that you have the opportunity to add 4 more stunts from any of the other playbooks in the list.
Yep. Okay, and then is that it?
That might be it. 1 moment, let me get back up to the quick reference guide.
Same.
So we are saying that we're part of the Fui. We are a Fui.
Yes. I've listed that as our king.
Oh, hey, what do you know? Right here, final touches. Starting refresh. The default rating is 5.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even need to go looking for that.
I just didn't know what the word refresh meant in the context of the game.
Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, I think that's the end of character creation. We have decided basically everything. We should probably put down somewhere on the character sheet, I'm not sure exactly where, that we've chosen a kink.
Yeah, that's right here, up at the top.
Oh, you did? Never mind. Okay, cool. We're good. I think that's it then.
Yeah. There are 2 aspects boxes here that...
I don't think those are aspect boxes. Those are... I don't actually know what those are.
Oh yeah, because these are the aspects down here.
Yeah, I'm going to look at the Kaiju Incorporated character sheet real quick.
Wait, did we do the 2 others?
What do you mean?
You get 2 other character aspects to round out their identity. They're non-specific. Did we do those?
I think so. Like those are the bottom 2, right?
Bottom 2. We have our high concept, our drama, our vision board, our day job. Which bottom 2 are you talking about?
Wait a minute. You're right. We may have skipped that.
I think we did.
I'm just going to pull up the Kaiju Incorporated character sheet. Our beloved Peter the Kaiju Reader, he's here somewhere. He can help me figure out what all this means, hopefully.
Hopefully.
Maybe not. Scratch that. I have no idea what those 2 boxes mean, because they are not on the Fate core character sheet.
Hmm.
So they might just be, like, if we're supposed to pick 2 more aspects, let me get back over to the book. Aspects, you get 6 aspects. High concept, drama, 2 others. You can get 2 more to round out their identity. They're non-specific. And we're supposed to look at page 77, which is, what's 77 plus 5?
60, or 82.
82, thank you. Types of aspects. The next 2 pages detail the types of aspects you can create in your iHunt games. Motif, character, location, situational, consequences, and boosts. Motif aspects are constants. They're statements about the story you're telling. While the world of iHunt has some common threads, every iHunt story is different. Character aspects. This is probably affixed to a single character and are used to help describe and personalize the character. So we've got some examples here. Life of the party, never truly broken, empathic to a fault, high-functioning addict, the black sheep, always on time, escapes into fantasy, adrenaline junkie, on borrowed time, doesn't get the joke, vegan, on the spectrum, crushing medical debt, anti-fascist, annoying little brother, insomniac, partner and kids, immigrant, safety's off, gives off sparks. Let's see, what would be a good aspect for a cat? Soft on the outside.
Soft on the outside, I like that a lot. Because I feel like Beth is a hardened, like Beth has been through some shit.
Yeah.
So soft on the outside is very good.
I feel like on the outside should be in parentheses.
Gotcha. We have that.
We need one more. Most of our cat's backstory is already covered in its aspects, including the one that we just threw on. So we just need to think of one other little detail about this cat, I think.
There is one that they give in one of the examples. The location aspects, definitely haunted.
Okay, but that's for...
Oh, wait, these are...
Like, we need to come up with a character aspect. So our cat could definitely be haunted, like, personally. But
yeah.
Is our cat continually haunted by the spirit of the vengeful fish?
I feel like that could be fun, but I don't think...
I don't know. I feel like we need to come up with just some other random thing about this cat that's like, it fits with what we've got so far, but is not necessarily covered in the backstory.
Maybe brave in the face of danger? That's kind of covered in the backstory.
Yeah.
But it's not.
But also, it makes sense.
Yeah. Because obviously, this cat, Beth wants to do good, or wanted to do good, got dealt a bad hand.
Did she want to do good, or did she want to be the hero?
I think she wanted to be the hero, more specifically.
Alright. That gets us somewhere. That gets us somewhere, because that gives us a little more of a character motivation outside of, just paying the bills.
Yeah. So, wants to be a hero.
Yeah, that might just be what it is.
Okay. I like that, because that's something you can definitely play around with.
Mm-hmm.
Because that could take on a lot of meanings in different situations.
Yep.
Okay. So now we're done with character creation, I think.
Now we're done. Okay. So, I don't think there's anything else necessarily that we need to talk about this episode. Wait. Is it? No. This is our second episode in May. So, okay. I guess if you missed the announcement before in the Glitter Hearts episode, then starting in June, we are doing an entire summer filled with anime games.
I am so excited for the anime summer, I'm not gonna lie. Every time we talk about it, in DMs, I'm hyped.
Mm-hmm. It's great. We're starting to get guests lined up. We're starting to get a game list put together. It is shaping up to be an actual event. Y'all are gonna love listening in for an entire month and hearing about different anime stuff that we put cats through.
Gosh. Are we gonna do a cat isekai?
I have 2 games that we could potentially do that are themed around isekai.
Hell yeah, dude. Love isekais.
One of them is an officially licensed Konosuba game.
Not to peek behind the curtain, but I feel like we gotta do.
Maybe, but if we have to choose between it and This World Summons Too Many Heroes, it has to be This World Summons Too Many Heroes.
Yeah. Yeah, a cat is the epitome of too many heroes. Like, why are we summoning this? Why are we summoning this? Who authorized this one?
But here's the thing: Konosuba has a very similar storyline. I don't know if you've watched that anime.
I haven't.
It's got a very similar plot where, like, basically people who die young on Earth get reincarnated over there if they want to be, and they get like one little boost, typical isekai stuff.
Yeah.
But like that means the entire world is filled with reincarnated Earthlings with just one random overpowered thing.
I may have to give that one a shot. But yes.
Oh, it's got some sketchy moments to it, not gonna lie, but like it's entertaining. Hideo Kojima really liked the movie.
Interesting.
I'm not making that up.
What a choice. To honestly, Hideo Kojima, famous for Metal Gear Solid and Death Stranding.
That's the one.
God. Yeah. Well, now I got it. Now I got to look it up. But yes, anime summer season coming to you. I don't look at the abbreviation on that, but I am excited for it.
Don't look at the abbreviation on what?
Anime summer season.
What abbreviation? Oh, I get it. Okay.
I'm like, am I using the right word here?
Yeah, I had to think about it for a moment.
Anyways.
But anyway, yeah, that's coming up for the show. Austin, you got anything you need to tell our audience about?
Just the same stuff I tell you guys all the time. I am streaming still. As of this recording, close to hitting affiliate. So if you want to come in, chat, do some witty or not so witty banter with your boy, feel free to follow me, twitch.tv/Avalon Alchemist. But you can also get tweets for when I'm going live on my Twitter. I have not been using my Tumblr, but that's because literally only one person follows me there. He is on this podcast. But who knows? Maybe I'll start posting more over there. Other than that, really not doing anything else. No like big things in the work or anything like that. But Joel, what about yourself? You got anything coming up or anything current?
I mean, other than I need to take that C++ for Unreal Engine course that I've been sitting on for 3 weeks. No. You can follow me on social media, I guess. Me personally, I am Denalo Lioge on Twitter and Tumblr. That's my name spelled backwards. You don't know how to spell that, though. That's okay. Just go to jholland.start.page. You'll find links to both sites and other sites. That's it about me. The show, though. The show also has a .start.page site. It's literalcatpod.start.page. You can go there and find a few different links to places to download the podcast. Most importantly, if you are listening to, if someone is showing you this on their computer or in the car, like last week we called out Jim and Stanley on their way to the airport. Who should we call out this episode?
Mark and Samantha, y'all, come on.
Yeah, wait, which one's showing who the podcast?
I feel like Samantha would be the one showing Mark the podcast. Mark,
all right,
come on. You've been wanting to get into TTRPGs for a while. You're a big fan of cats. We know it.
We made your character for you.
Yeah,
Mark.
We made your character for you. You don't even gotta put in the work. You just gotta download the character sheet.
Yeah, just go to bit.ly/literalcatpod. And you'll find a Dropbox filled with character sheets from every episode.
Exactly. What's stopping you?
Nothing's stopping him. That's what. Samantha, though, thank you for showing Mark. Make sure he gets over to literalcatpod.start.page, and you make sure he clicks the button that will take him to a place where he can download the podcast himself. I know we've put out this call a couple times at this point. Nobody has sent in cat pictures to our email yet. That email is literalcatpod@gmail.com. People, we need your cat pictures to survive. We've had to subsist off of pictures from the internet for almost a year now.
Yeah, it's been tough. Maybe, you send us a cat pic in. we could model one of our cats after your cat. You know, if we need.
Oh, that will absolutely happen. Are you kidding me?
Yeah,
You send us a picture of your cat, he will appear on a character sheet.
absolutely.
Like, are you kidding me? You saw what we did with the Tales of Zadia book.
Yeah, yeah. We're just running off of that right now. But your cat could be in an episode of How to Make a Literal Cat in your favorite RPG.
Or if you don't have a cat, but you have an idea for a cat that you think would be fun to see us cover, you can also email us suggestions like that. But most importantly, we do need pictures of cats. I cannot stress enough, this is a thing. We literally will not survive forever without those. Please send us pictures of your cats.
Please, we're dying.
Really are.
What's crap? What's her name? I will remember you. Those old commercials. We're gonna have to put the music on and ask for donations of your cat pics.
We can't put that specific song on. I did do that, like 10 seconds of that song once as a joke on a YouTube video, and it did prevent me from ever monetizing that video.
Oh no. Well,
so we can't actually include the audio in the episode beyond that little bit that Austin sang. But in other news, like, Mark, you're here, you're at literalcatpod.start.page. You've clicked on the link to download the episodes to your computer. You've downloaded the character sheet for this character and any others that sound interesting to you. You've emailed us pictures of your cat because we know you have a cat. I can see Austin Googling cat puns on the other screen right now.
I gotta look up to see if there's any really bad ones.
That's fine. That's also not relevant to you right now, Mark, because this happened forever ago. But you're listening to this now. So, what else can you do while you are there at literalcatpod.start.page? You can follow the show on Twitter and Tumblr. There's links to them there, but if you don't want to go through this page for some reason, then you could just look up Literal Cat Pod on Twitter, Tumblr. Heck, I think it'll get you where you want to go on YouTube. Although you'll also be able to find that by searching Literal Cat Podcast on YouTube, because that's the name of the channel. But anyway, let's see. So we got the YouTube. Oh yeah, rate and review us. You can do that on Apple Podcasts, Podchaser, apparently Spotify. I've literally never seen reviews on Spotify, but according to Austin, you can do it. So
it said you can, but you also have to listen to I think at least 2 episodes first.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah, but obviously,
anyway.
After you listen to this one, you're definitely gonna want to, go listen to more.
Exactly.
That's not even a question.
Yeah. No doubt in my mind, you have already downloaded like 10 past episodes. But anyway, I think that's it. So Samantha, thank you for introducing Mark to the podcast. Mark, you have to subscribe to the podcast now. It's the law.
That's true. Yeah, legally. If you don't, then we'll sue you.
We won't sue you. We don't have the resources to do that.
Yeah, we don't. We don't have the really want to do that.
But you never know, because Beth is a paralegal, and she could file a suit.
She could file a suit. Actually, I don't know if paralegals have the authority to file.
They don't, but she works for a lawyer.
Yeah, close enough.
He could file a suit. I think we've gone on long enough. You should totally give us a cat pun now.
Okay. I had a couple, and then it sucks because my brain is like, it's time. Time to forget literally everything that you were planning on saying.
Happens to the best of us.
But I feel like this episode went well, and I feel like the next ones will too, and I hope your day's going positively perfect. So, till next time.